Hello. I don't see my. Hopefully, I set this up correctly so that I. I told people I was going to go live today. My normal Monday mood check. The first one back after the group cruise. So let's see if we get anybody joining. Give it a few minutes and see. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to start talking to myself, you guys. No comment on whether or not I've done that before. I didn't get the notification. So hopefully this is actually going. Hey, Kim. Yay. How are you? Look, you would be proud of me. Look, I bought a t-shirt, but look, it's a bright color. I thought of you. Don't go for the boring blue. Get a bright color. So that's what I did. That's what I did. It was a very good time. It was a good trip. Did this just pop up out of nowhere, Kim, or did you see the notification for it before? I'm not sure now if I set it up okay. You're okay. I'm glad you're okay. You like that I did the bright color? Was that a good choice? Well, I am back from my first time doing a group cruise. You guys know I've been talking about it for a little while now. I was preparing for this group cruise with Meet and I, and yes, yes, finally. I'm not sure. Yes, finally that I'm back, or I've been talking about this trip for so long. Hey, Team Reach Travels, how are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, so I'm back. We're back. The cruise was so great. We had such a good time. It was such Okay, no problem before your workout class starts. We um we had such a good time. It was such a great group of people, and people came from all over. I didn't realize in order to participate in this group cruise, it was about half and half, I'd say, of there's about 65, 68 people, something like that, that were all a part of this group, and about half of them were content creators, so people who have YouTube channels. Kiki, I'm tired, girl. That cruise was everything, but this jump right back into work was not friendly. I agree. I agree. Today was a little. I do the Monday mood check because I always say Mondays are a little rough in general. Today, it was just kind of like I heard them. They were talking to me, but I was not in work mode. I am still easing back into it after vacation. So it was kind of tough. It was kind of tough, but we made it through. So let's hope the rest of the week is a little bit easier. Hopefully, I will end up being productive because I don't think I was productive today. I was there, but I wasn't there. I'm gonna blame it on my hair. It's the cruise hair. I'm still in cruise mode, and it might take a minute. But yeah, we had the cruise was really good. It was great, a good group of people that came from all over. There were folks there from California, from Las Vegas, from I think I heard Oklahoma. There was Florida and Indiana, Delaware. Chicago, where yeah, Life with B. I think she's from Chicago. I mean, just people who are just came from all over in order to participate and take part in this group cruise. Meet and Anwar and Meet did a really great job. I'm so happy that they did the meetup ahead of actually us getting on the ship, because that was such a great icebreaker. And that way you knew the people for sure that were a part of the trip. And so every time you saw them around on the ship or on the island, you stopped and talked to them, and you felt like it was a connection. So everybody was checking on each other and jumping in each other's pictures and videos and all that good stuff. Hey, Destination Fun, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. I'm just talking about the group cruise that I just got off of with me and I. It was such a good time, and I. Oh, Kiki's helping me out. Texas, Alabama. Yep, they should have made one of those maps to mark where everybody came from. Yes, I bet they got someone from at least half the states. I agree. I was really surprised when I was talking to Nikki Antoinette. I didn't realize that she was from Vegas. So that was like, oh wow, that was far. And then the Garings, they were from California. So it was people travel far and wide in order to get to Miami to participate in this. Well, Kiki, before you go, like, what's your big? I know you talked about it a little bit on your live, but what was the big takeaway for you for this trip? I have, I have. Hey, Maggie, just popping in for a minute. Oh, thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. I'm sure Edna and Veronica will be talking about it on their lives too. But I was just talking about the group cruise with Meet and I, and what a great time we had, and how fun it was to meet everybody from all over the place. And I don't want to say I overpacked because I don't think I overpacked clothes wise, but I definitely have some things in my that I've pulled out of my suitcase that I did not even think about doing. So I'm not sure if I'm alone in that, or if everybody, especially the content creators, maybe they came with a list of things that they had to get done or they had to use because they were gonna video or do a vlog about it. But I didn't do that. Once I started talking to everybody, um, I guess I forgot all about my list, my mental list. I should have written it down. Shouldn't have written it down. So just for example, I was all worried about whether or not I should get cruise ducks, and I did. Luckily, I got a small pack of the cruise ducks because I wasn't sure if I really wanted to do it or not. I think I gave out three. I gave out three. I bet I brought the rest of the ducks home, and they're gonna have to wait for the next cruise for me to hide them, because I totally lost track of them. My biggest takeaway was motivation. I needed to push to keep going and set higher goals with content creating. I also have so much. You got so much needed rest, and I love how everyone is like family now. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. It was definitely there. A part of the one of the group activities was a forum, a YouTube forum where everybody just was kind of sharing ideas and telling each other what works for them, and maybe things that you might want to try next. And so that was really helpful. I was just kind of like soaking it all up, and I did take away some great things like that. And all in all, it was just kind of like, I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. Eventually, we're going to see the results of these efforts. So, yeah, I'm glad you got some rest too. I didn't get as much rest as I thought I was going to get. Normally I like to veg out on the Serenity deck and just, watch the water go by, but we were busy. We were busy. Hi, Marjorie. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, we were busy. I mean, I don't feel like I ran crazy, but we did a lot. And sea days for me are normally the calm. days, the peaceful day where you can just sit on the deck and watch the water. And I like to go and have afternoon tea and um mm-mm. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I also agree with what Kiki is saying. Like um, there wasn't the awkwardness when you first meet people. Everybody was or seemed anyway, very comfortable with each other as soon as they met. And I know that's probably because we watch each other on our blogs or on our live streams, and you feel like you talk to them all the time. So once you saw them in person, it was like, oh yeah. Kiki and I were both looking forward to meeting each other, and when we did, it was just like, hey, girl, like we go way back now. But no, it was great. It was great. It was great meeting her. It was great meeting so many of the others that were there. Yes, it was a super busy sea day. It was a super busy sea day. I'm an early bird, and so I normally get up early and like I said, take that quiet time where you're just kind of walking around the deck. Yeah, like we see. Yes, exactly. It was like we see each other every day. um, I usually have that quiet time early mornings on the deck, just kind of walking around or trying to do like a tour of the ship or stuff like that. But I got up. I think I left the cabin at like 7 o'clock in the morning, which is early, right? But then I met people for coffee because apparently I wasn't the only early bird. And so we started talking over coffee and got grabbed some breakfast. And then that sea day, we went right to the workout with Kayla Marr. Kiki was my workout buddy because we weren't sure if we were going to make it, but we made it. We made it. We had after that we ran and did, or at least some of us did, went and had sea day brunch. And then what was that? 10 o'clock. Oh, I Love Cruising Royal did a slot pull, so we went to that. And then I think it was at noon there was a group picture. Um, and then after that, what did we do? Oh, was the YouTube forum. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting an activity. Oh, we had the not the bar crawl. What do we have it? We had a happy hour. We had a happy hour that day too. So it was a busy day. It was a busy day. And oh, the bar crawl was that day too. I can't remember, Kiki. It's all blurring together. I'm not, the bar crawl is not a blur. I remember that very well. I made out fine. Yeah, the bar crawl was supposed to be that day, but it got moved to another day. Um, I, I I have the proof from my that I participated in Edna's bar crawl, and oh my gosh, well I know she does it often on her cruises, on her group cruises and groupcation as she calls them. And she was so organized and ready to go. All I will say about the bar crawl is for those who have not yet done a bar crawl with Edna but are planning to, um, there are a lot of rules. And you want to make sure you understand the rules up front, because I did not. I was just only half listening. It's like, wait, what's happening? Wait, what do we do? What? But it was fun. It was very very much. Yes, she definitely had Jello shots. She definitely had Jello shots for everybody. Again, she's very organized in that she she knows how to do these bar crawls, and she knows how to prepare for the bar crawl in her cabin. How she made Jello shots on board the cruise ship, I don't know, but she did. Plus, she had other beverages. I'll just say she had other beverages so that if you did not understand the rules, something went in here and you had to take a shot. Yes. Oh my gosh, Kiki, I totally forgot. Child, don't come late. Don't come late to the bar crawl. Absolutely not. Poor Kiki, she finally catches up with us, and it was trial by fire as soon as she walked in. She did not hear the rules, let alone know that she was breaking, several apparently. They let her know before they said even said hello. Kiki. I played the king. Also played the King's Cup in NOLA with Edna. Okay, I don't even. uh, Maggie, you probably could tell me what the games were. I don't even know what the games were. Something with cards. We had to pick a number. All I know is if somebody drew a four, we had to hit the floor. And there were several of us down on the floor hiding for safety because we weren't sure it was safe to come back up. And Edna finally says, "Why are you still on the floor?" We're like, "We don't know, but we're afraid to get up." So we stayed down there a while. Um, but of course, if you did not want to drink, you did not have to. We totally had the option. It was not a peer pressure situation, but it was more like everybody just wanting to be a part of the fun, and it was a lot of fun. Yes, seven retrabbing exactly, exactly, Maggie. I thought I had a well established plan with my I was hanging out with evolving with Etta. Etta and I thought we had made a pact on how we were going to survive this bar crawl. And then somehow Etta ended up forcing me to take a shot. And I'm like, whoa, 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 what happened here? I thought we were on the same team. She's like, I'm sorry. Oh, but anyway, it was fun. So now I have my Edna's World bar crawl from the Carnival Conquest as a souvenir. I will hold on to that. I'm gonna have to like get some shelves or something back here to hold on to that. Along those lines, I have a whistle from Life with V. Veronica definitely was ready on the Lido deck, and I got a whistle first off. It was actually really, really sweet because you know how hectic it is when you get on the ship, and you're all excited and you want to head to the you want to head to the Lido so that you can do the sail away party. And I did that, and there were several of us who came on board at the same time or together. Well, we came as a group. There was a shuttle from the hotel, so we came as a group. But within that, there was a smaller set of people who checked in at the same time. And I was so happy to be through that line, which moved very fast, and be on board. And I thought I was just going to go up to the Lido, stroll to the buffet, and get something to eat, and get ready for the sail away party. Well, when the doors opened on the Lido deck and I walked out, I hear Elisa, and it was Veronica ready to give out a whistle. She and Edna had already been on the Lido deck, camped out, probably a good hour and a half before the rest of us even got there with their platinum status. They walked right on. Hey, together we traveled. Thank you for coming in. How are you? How are you? Um, they got there nice and early, even though for those of you who follow them know that they had just hopped off of a ship. They were on Margaritaville at sea, and then had to drive to Miami to catch the Conquest. They made it on board before the rest of the whole group, so they had the table reserved on the Lido and watched us all come in. That was the best feeling. It was a welcoming committee. It absolutely was, Kiki. It was so nice. It was like, oh, definitely wasn't expecting it. Expected anybody to be there, knowing my name, but it was like the closest I'm gonna get to Cheers. Where everybody walked or Norm walks in and everybody knows who he is. It was very fun. It was very fun. So I feel honored that I have a whistle from B. Luckily, I did not hear her blowing it a whole lot. I think there was a whole lot going on, and even V didn't have enough time to blow her whistle like she normally was. But again, I have that. I have that. I have my whistle. So, you guys that have cruised or been on cruises, what is like something that you knew you had to pack or you insisted on packing and taking, and then you never actually use it, never actually used it, but you, you're going to pack it again on your next cruise? Do you have anything like that? There's something that you always take and never use. Like I said, I was trying out the cruise ducks. I'm going to try again on those because they're just so cute. They're so cute, but I did not have that early morning quiet time like I thought I was going to have to go and hide some ducks. And so like I said, I think I hid maybe three out of the pack. Um, oh, you pack seasickness pills, but you never been seasick. Well, I'm happy that you've never been seasick, Maggie. I'm sure you've heard me talk about that. Always take something with you. Um, but if you have not experienced seasickness, you don't want to. You don't want to. It is not fun. As a matter of fact, I had to help out one of our fellow cruisers when I saw her sitting in a chair. Her otherwise bubbly personality was not so bubbly when I saw her as we were about to take some group pictures. And I'm like, you're seasick. Unfortunately, I know that well. But I had plenty of stuff on hand and I was happy to share it because I did not want her or anybody else being miserable if we could help it. Seasickness is no fun. So yeah, I always take I get the prescription patch because I need it for when I go, but I still take backup Dramamine. I take the C bands. I have the ginger gum. I just the kitchen sink to ward off seasickness. Absolutely. My son's first cruise is in August to Alaska. It's a mom and son trip. I've got the stuff. Okay, Maggie, you're ready. You're ready. Yeah, no, I do hear that I haven't been on an Alaskan cruise, but I do hear that um is normally rough. I guess when they're going, I don't even know what that's. There's a certain body of water that they're crossing that is always rough. So, um, good job, Maggie. I'm glad you're ready. Um, Will you be on Groupcation 2023? No, I won't. I won't be on Groupcation. I feel like I joined the groups. Well, the group. I joined YouTube so late and late to the party and just like finding out about everybody's trip. So I won't make Groupcation this year. That's the one that's on Virgin, right? Hopefully we'll make one in coming years because I did totally enjoy the group cruise experience, and I can say I would like to do more, especially with this group. With this group, they were fun. He says I didn't get a ton of sleep either, but just being kid free made a big difference. Yeah, I bet that did. I bet it did. Um, it's just nice to have conversation, right? Uninterrupted adult conversation. I don't know if my cousins are on here, but I am not a night owl. Like I said, I get up early. I'm normally the early bird. I'm up and doing stuff. So normally I tell them like, okay, if we're gonna do something late at night, I gotta keep moving. Like, don't let me go back to the cabin, or I once I hit that wall, I'm out. So I thought I was gonna be more like more like Cheryl, more like Sid Cruiser, where I was kind of like, see ya, or not even say see ya, just dip out. But somehow I kept going, and did not get a lot of sleep. Um, Marjorie says Or Maggie says, I won't be on groupcation either. I already had our Alaska cruise booked before groupcation came about. Okay. Yeah. Well, there'll be next year. There'll be next year, Maggie. Now, is next year, Maggie, and is next year when they're going to Alaska? This year is the Virgin trip, right? I think, and then the 2024 is the Alaska cruise, which you're going now, so maybe you won't want to go again. But I think that's right. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. There are so many cruises, so many group cruises. Okay, well, something that I did pack. Now, this is not something that I normally take, but I saw them on Amazon. I might have shown you guys. Yeah, Momcation is in October, and that's to Vegas. Yeah. Well, on a cruise ship, their craziness is contained, right? Because you're on a ship. I don't know how they're going to be in Las Vegas. That's a lot of hotels. That strip is very long. Lots of places to duck in and out of, and cause some trouble. No, I'm sure they'll have a great time. I was thinking about Momcation, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it or not. But that seems like it will be fun. It will be fun. So something that I found on Amazon, you guys may have already seen me talking about this, but because of the seasickness issue, I wanted to try them out just to see if they work. So I packed them, but again, I didn't have time to just sit on the deck and chillax and read a book or anything like that. But okay, here's what I got off of Amazon that I was anxious to try, but did not actually try. They're seasickness glasses. There's gel around the rings that are supposed to help you. They're supposed to help you not have that vertigo feeling, basically. And so I thought, well, I'm on a balcony cabin. I'm gonna sit and read a magazine or something and see if that's okay for me, or if it will trigger that, basic like car sickness feeling, that motions. But anyway, I will have to say my seasickness goggles for another trip. Because I packed them, but I did not use them. um, I love that everyone has different accepting personalities. Yeah, it really was a great time, Marjorie. Everybody, yeah, everybody. I can't say I heard one person saying um, that they weren't happy that they were there and anxious to meet each other and that kind of thing. So it was a really good time. Goodness, don't think my 50-year-old son will wear. Yeah, Maggie. I mean, it might have been a blessing in disguise that I never actually got to that I never actually got to wear them, because I start off by saying how I made great friends at the beginning. This could have been the thing that turned them off. This could have been a step too far. So I'm not exactly recommending them. I just was curious if they could actually work. The glasses, yes, you wanted to see them. You wanted to see the glasses, Kiki. I wanted to try the glasses. I did have them, but when I got home and started unpacking, I didn't get very far with the unpacking, honestly. I took the dirty clothes out, put them in the washer, and that's it. The rest of the stuff is sitting in the suitcase. But I saw these and I was like, oh man, I forgot all about them. I wanted to try out my seasickness glasses. So next cruise, next cruise, they will have to wait. Something that I do normally get when I cruise, because I'm normally with my family, I usually get some kind of a picture package, and I love the photos. I always want photos, and it seems like when I don't have the a photo package, I want them all. right? And then when I have the photo package, I can't decide which ones I wanted. But luckily on the group cruise, we got a really nice group photo. It took a little coordinating to get us all on the stairs here, but we are here, and you know, I I mean, I know I'm not tall, but I never think of myself as short, short. And they're like, "What are you doing? You need to be down in the front." It's a great picture. It is a really good picture. It's a really good picture. Thank you, all of us in the meet and I cruise t-shirts. It was really nice. It took a while to get us all into place, but it was worth it. But anyway, I was next to Veronica, and Veronica insists that she's taller than me. I thought we had come to a happy compromise that we were the same height, but she says no. She says she's taller than me, even if it's by a fraction of an inch, and she's claiming it. So she kept calling me short. I think I could have blended in more, somewhere more in the middle, but not with Veronica around. She's like, "We need to be in front. Let's go." So anyway, and just saying, we are next to each other on this picture, but I'm on a step lower than she is. She's not that much taller, even though she wants to say she is. So I got that group picture, and then I got the boarding day picture, which was also a lot of fun. And we got Anwar and Mean in there, Point Blank Travels, Evolving with Etta, all about the Jacksons. Kayla Mars in there. So a good picture, small group out of the big group, but I'm glad I was able to get some of those pictures. Um, Now, Carnival was talking about, or they had been talking about how they were going to make so many changes on the cruise ship, and I'm like trying to rack my brain now to remember if I actually saw any of those in place, the changes that they were talking about. Um, I think the biggest thing that I noticed was on the menu in the main dining room, they now have I don't want to say disclaimer, but it's like fine print on the bottom of the menu saying that if you order three or more entrees, there was going to be an additional service charge for that, and you would be charged the 18% gratuity on top of that. So I've never saw that before. I've never ordered more than one entree, honestly. I would get a couple of appetizers, if you wanted to try a few different things, but not multiple entrees. But I think people probably did that. I mean, some people are just like, they want a lot of food, but sometimes it's just wanting to try multiple things, and that was always sort of one of the good things about cruising and going to the main dining room was the multiple options that you have. So um, just curious if anybody has been on Carnival or is planning on going on Carnival anytime soon and thinks that's a change that they will not like. Edna, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I was just talking about you. All good, all good. I was talking about the famous Edna's World Bar Crawl, this time on the Carnival Conquest. No, it was all good. I had a great time. I don't know how you managed to make Jello shots. In the on the cruise, but that's a whole other vlog probably. There probably already is a vlog about that, right? Um, and I'm not sure if Kiki is still here, but she was on her way to a class, so she may have ducked out already. But I was also saying The bar crawl was so fun. The bar crawl was so fun, but you have to make sure you understand the rules of the game. I did not, even though I was there and I was listening. I heard you, but it was not computing. So I was kind of like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Only rules I remember now are if you drew the four, we had to hit the floor because remember I stayed down there a long time. I'm on the floor. It was safe down there. I stayed down there a while. Or if somebody drew the seven, you had to reach up to heaven. I think that was the one that got me. I was a little slow on the reach. And poor Kiki, she catches up to the bar crawl at the very end there, and she didn't know the rules, Edna. She did not know the rules. Y'all stayed on the floor forever. We did. We did stay down there. It was safe down there. We felt safe down there, so we hung out until you finally said, "What else? Why are y'all still on the floor?" We're like, "We don't know." But anyway, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to do that. Got to hang out with Edna at the casino too. I think I maybe gambled $10. I think I put $10 in a slot machine. And Kim, if you're still on here, I picked the piggy. There was some kid was a cute little piggy one. I picked that, but the pigs were not nice to me. They just took my money, and so I otherwise was just hanging out or stopping to talk when I saw Edna and Veronica in there. I didn't play very much. I actually thought I was going to go and watch people playing some of the table games or roulette or I think somebody was really playing craps and had some luck, but I didn't get to see that. Who knows? Who knows what else was still going on? Yeah, Kim, you would have liked that. You would have thought it was cute that slot machine. So I tried it. It's like Kim would have liked this one, so I picked the pigs. The pigs didn't. They were missing you, Kim. They were missing you and your your magic touch. So anyway, so I was talking about the changes on Carnival. Anna, did you notice any big changes since the last time you had been on a ship? I noticed the what they were saying in the dining room about not ordering more entrees. I never saw an afternoon tea, so I was a little bit disappointed. But I'm wondering if that is now only on the second sea day. So I didn't get to have tea. I mean, I had tea, but not the formal tea. What else was different? I wanted to do the dog. Oh my gosh, yes, the dogs, Maggie. Thank you. Yes, the dogs. I don't know if there were any dogs on board, but the dogs to board the ship, yes. When you go through the embarkation line, you now have to, and I don't know if this is just Miami, um, and I don't know if it's just Carnival. You guys tell me if that's the case. But you have to set your bags, anything that you were carrying on, you have to set your bags down, and then you basically step back and are against the queue line ropes. And hey, Deanna Marie, how are you? Thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it. You put your bags down, and then you have to step back, and then the dog comes through, and I guess he will alert the handler if he smells something that we're not allowed to take on board. Um, the dog acted like he smelled something in your bag, so that he like do a double take. Um, but I can't say it like deterred me because obviously I was there and I was ready to get on board. But it was odd. It was odd. I had not seen that in person before, even though I know people have been talking about it. Um, I'm sorry that it's necessary, but it's kind of like just another part of TSA is how I felt about it. Nobody likes going through the metal detectors, but you do it. So it was kind of the same things. Like I didn't. I mean, the dogs are so well trained. They're not really affected by the crowds of people. They're not like I'm not afraid of dogs, but they just go about their business. They're working. They're doing their job. Um, okay, so the dog act like he smelled something in your bag. You guys got on the ship so fast. Did you even have to? It doesn't even seem like you would have had to stop for that. And like, did you just walk past the dog, or did you have to stay and wait for them to go through the line of bags too? Hey, Elevate with Vern. How are you? How are you? Of course, what else are we talking about but this cruise we just took? um, yeah, the dogs were definitely different. I hope they don't come up with alcohol sniffing dogs. V and Edna would not make it past them. No, I don't think they were searching for alcohol, but they were definitely different. And I don't know if and if you know or Vern if you know if they actually had a dog on board. I did not see that either, but I've heard that they are on some of the ships too. So um yeah. Yes, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. We went to the VIP lounge. There was one dog up there. Okay, okay. I mean, do you go up to the platinum lounge and then goes, "What's that dog doing here?" I mean, I would think that you'd be like, "I'm in the platinum lounge. What are they doing, letting animals in here?" Together with each other. Usually they train the dogs to sit down when they detect something in bags. Yeah, I did not see them. I know they have different ways of alerting, a bark or a sit or a paw or whatever. I did not see the dog actually alert to anything. I just the walk path, but you know, you have so much stuff in your hands or your purse around you or your fanny pack or whatever. So just trying to like maneuver all that and get it set down on the floor so that they could come through was it was a little bit of a hassle, I'd say. I understand it's necessary, and I'm not saying it's not, but we were in vacation mode. We were just trying to get on that ship. We did not want to stop for the dog that we were not allowed to pet. So that was definitely something different. Um, hey, okay, everybody's speaking to everybody. That's nice. Yeah, I did not see the dog sit down or alert. So hopefully um, that wasn't a problem for too many people. As long as that dog did not eat my Vienna cookies, all is good. Because I would have took Fido down. Uh, oh goodness. Well, I'm glad he did not go for your cookies. I'm glad he did not go for the Vienna cookies, and you were able to bring them on board. Now, before we got on the ship, the hotel that we stayed in, there was a public supermarket, not even I'd say a half a block away from the hotel. So we went over to the hotel or over to the grocery store to buy wine because I wanted to carry on a bottle of wine. They let you do that, and other people wanted to do that as well. I live in Florida. Publix is a very popular chain here, and you can find everything at Publix. We usually say, and the bottle of wine that I wanted to take, they did not have. We could not find it. So Vern was like, "Oh no, she just went and asked somebody, like, where is this? She's looking for this one. Where is it?" And they said they had 6 bottles in the store. We didn't find them. So anyway, it was fine. Of course, they had plenty of other things. I got something. I took it on board with me, no problem. But when I got back home, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to my local Publix because I had to buy groceries for the week anyway, and they don't have it anymore at Burn. They did not have it at my store either. So I gotta like find out what's going on. Maybe they're just not carrying it anymore. So anyhow, it was not. I did not imagine that bottle, but I did not find it at home either. I guess it was not meant to be. I'm so happy to have met you too. I was talking about how we got up and had, you had coffee, I had tea in the morning, and we ended up chit chatting first thing in the morning. Normally, I would get up and take a walk around the decks, try to watch the sunrise, that kind of thing. And I did not do that this cruise. We were chatting it up on the Lido with our coffee first thing in the morning. Oh, Maggie used to live in Plant City, so you know about Publix. You know about Publix then. Yeah. Um, Publix let me down this time, but trust me, we found plenty of other things to buy, like those Vienna cookies Vern is talking about, and we took them on board. It was so convenient. It really was convenient just having it. Like I said, it wasn't even a not even a block away, and for at least for people who are used to the city blocks. It was a normal block. It wasn't a super long block. It was a really easy walk over there. So anyway, I will have to look for that. It was a bottle of sangria that I was looking for, and it's called EPA. It's a very colorful bottle, but couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. Anyway, and or did you notice anything different about like what they were doing in the dining room or stuff like that that used to be available that's not available? I saw an article today while I was looking before I came on that Emerald Lagasse is supposed to have, he was selected as some kind of, I don't want to say ambassador, but he's supposed to be helping with the revamping of the menus on board. Now I don't. Nobody went hungry. There's always plenty of food on a cruise ship, so nobody went hungry. There were a couple of things that were just not good. But the thing was, it was just bland. It was just very bland. So it was kind of like, but the things that you count on being there were still there. Like there was still shrimp cocktail, and there was Caesar salad, and there was salmon and grilled chicken. But some of the other things that you may have been used to seeing, were not available. Um, and so, I know everybody really we like to eat normally, so we want to have good choice, have good choices on the food. I had French onion soup, but it was only offered one night, and that used to be something that you could get every dinner. So that was a little disappointing. Maggie says, starting in the fall, the menus are changing. Okay, they look pretty good from what I've seen. Yeah, I when I read that article, I thought, well, this is not Emerald, that's for sure. He did not he did not design this menu. This was just a little bland. He's all about flavors, so um but anyway, like I said, nobody went hungry. There were still everything available on the Lido deck. There was Guy's Burgers, whose line was phew, long. So I don't know if but oh, Vern, did you get a Guy's Burger? I did get in the line. I don't even eat beef, but I wanted to see if they had a substitute. If they had a veggie patty, if they had even I would even try like the impossible, what's it called? The meat substitute, just to try one of the Guy's Burgers, but they did not have it. I've heard other people say that it was offered at other Guy's locations or other ships. I asked, and they said they did not. All they had was beef. So I got fries, which were very good, but I can't comment on the burgers. I know there were several people who were, like they had to get their Guy's Burger. So I hope that they did, even though that line stayed very long. Very long. How was the Segway? Oh my gosh. The Segway was awesome. and I tried to record it. So I have to get through that footage so that I can put that out in a vlog. We had so much fun on that Segway tour. It was I went with Edna and her sister Berna, and fun, fun, fun. Now I did feel it in my legs the next day. Not terrible, but I guess I used some leg muscles to keep 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 it steady there. It was not hard to balance. That was my big thing. I thought it was going to be really unstable and hard to balance. And I don't know if they've got the extra wide ones for us tourists on the beach, not wanting to have us wipe out. But it was good. I'm very very glad that we did that. It was we that was in when we were in Nassau. I actually thought that the tour was going to be around the city of Nassau, but it wasn't. We had to take a ferry over to Blue Lagoon Island, which is beautiful, 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 beautiful. So if you ever get a chance to do an excursion at Blue Lagoon Island, you will definitely enjoy it. They had lots of things there. They had a dolphin encounter. They had a stingray encounter. They had sort of a private beach area, like an adult only beach area. They had the like a mini water park, the bounce house, trampolines, climbing things in the water that kids and big kids, adults were on and seeming to be having a good time. And then they had the Segway tour. Very fun, very fun. I would definitely recommend it, and I would if I drag my family members on another cruise and they're willing to try it, I would definitely do it again. Um, there's been nothing but bad reviews on the new ship Venezia, but they have only had two sailings, bad food and bad health. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I hate to hear anybody going and having, bad experiences like that because you look so forward to it. You've been saving your money, or you paid for the trip, and you just want to go and have a good time. And that's the one sailing out of New York, Maggie. Yeah, I don't know if the other is the other ship here yet. The Firenze. I'm not sure. I think the one Maggie's talking about is out of New York. Um, oh, that's too bad. I was watching the news here today. You guys probably saw that I'm booked next May on an 11-day. Oh wow, yes, New York City. Wow. Oh, 11 days. Where's it going for 11 days? That must be a good itinerary. Well, they have. If you're not going until next May, they have time to get it together, Maggie. Um, Yeah, that's too bad. But I was watching the news today, and yeah, ooh, where are you going, Maggie, for 11 days? And they are already talking about storms in the tropics, and I know it's officially hurricane season started already, but you don't normally get the bad storms until later. At least that's the way it's been the last few years. It's been like September, October when the really strong hurricane makes landfall. But I'm glad that we made it. We managed to go out and back on this group cruise without having any problems with storms that delayed us. But same thing for other people going later on. I don't want you to have storms because then you definitely will have seasickness problems, whether you've never had it before or not. That is not good. Maggie, I've seen some reviews, and they were pretty good ones. Oh, okay. All right, so it's like one of those you got to go and find out for yourself, huh, Gianna? Um, Lots of sea days: St. Thomas, San Juan, Amber Cove, HMC, someplace else. Okay, well, it sounds like a great itinerary. So I hope you start seeing more good reviews than bad ones, so that you feel good about going out on that. But then again, it's still like almost a year away. You have time to make a change if you would like to, Maggie. Um, yeah, it does sound like some really nice stops, doesn't it? Maggie, is it 7 days? She said it was 11 days. Vern. Wow, she's going solo and she got it for $602 for 11 days, Maggie. That's awesome. That's awesome. And great prices. And you said you're going in May, so it's like right before the summer season um starts. So wow, that's a really great price. That's a really great price. So I hope it all works out. Now, Maggie, do you get like casino deals? Do you get offers like that for the price? Oh, you booked it with Life with V. Okay. All right. So I know she's gonna take good care of you. She loves you, Maggie. She's gonna make sure you're getting a good deal and a good vacation. So sounds awesome. Now, Maggie, you're gonna have to. I don't know. Do you put out vlogs? We're gonna have to see. You get casino deals. Okay. So Maggie's a high roller, guys. Maggie must be a high roller. She's coming up with these casino deals. Not like me putting in my $10 in the piggy slot and not being mad, but I would rather come home with something to show for it. Like I was super excited to have my to find the t-shirt sale for two. It's now gone up, guys. It's now 2 for 30 for t-shirts on the sale day on the ship. What? That was a great deal. Yeah, that's a great deal. Um, plus they gave you on $200 onboard credit. Oh my gosh, yes, that is a great deal. That's a steal, Maggie. I spent on a 7 day about $100 and I brought home 600. Okay, you did great. You did great. And what do you play? What do you play when you gamble? Are you slots or you play table games? So yeah, that was I like I said, I thought I would be in the casino more. You pay penny slots. You pay penny slots and you managed to bring home $600. You did great. You did great. I don't know. Maybe I'm not patient enough or I'm not trusting enough that, that next spin is gonna be the one for me. If I'm up a little bit, I like want to take my money and run. I want to take my money and run and go buy t-shirts or charms from a bracelet or something like that. So, but anyway, the trip was awesome. I'm gonna have I recorded a lot. I have I dropped the first video of just the meetup, which was really nice. And I'm starting to work on some other vlogs. Boarding day is always super exciting. I had a person tell me it's not how much you spend, it's how many times you hit the button. Okay, so you do 60-cent bets. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Um, yeah, just there's always something. There's always something going on, Maggie. I like to get out and see as much as I can. Now, do you get off the ship at all, Maggie? Do you go into the ports, or is that when the casino is really hot? So anyway, I'll be working on my other vlogs, sharing what we did, how it went. You do get off. Okay, good, good. Sharing what we did, showing you this Segway tour. they're closed on port days. That's true. That's true. um, and just showing you what a good time we all had. And I was really surprised by how comfortable everybody was with each other. It was like instant. Again, I don't know if that's just because you feel like you get to know people through watching them or participating in their lives, but it it wasn't the you know how it is sometimes when you go to group events and you first meet people, you're kind of like all trying to feel each other out and figure out who's who and what's what. Um, Everybody was it's like fast friends. They really were. It was really nice. It was really nice. Um, so we did the Segway tour, which was Nassau. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. If you haven't been to Nassau in a long time, um, the port is has been redone. I don't think it's completely finished. I think they were doing it in phases, but the first phase is done. Um, and it looks so nice. It looks so nice. There's an amphitheater now. There's all these really colorful shops. There's a museum. It just looks really nice. So even if you were just there last year when it was all the construction, all the fencing and all of that, that's all gone, and you can see it. It looks really nice. Oh, Vern, I forgot about your bag getting lost. They lost one of her suitcases, you guys. Like we all arrived at the port together. We took shuttles from the hotel to the port. All had our luggage loaded at the same time and unloaded at the same time for the porters to take. And everybody's bags made it to their room except for Vern. She lost one, I think it's one suitcase, and had to go and check every day to see if it was located. And with no luck. So today she had to put in the claim for her lost bag. Wow. I have to say, Vern was such a great sport about it. I mean, of course, she wanted her stuff, but she was so excited about this trip, and she refused to let that be the thing to steal her joy. She may do, but somebody's gonna have to replace her stuff now. She put in her claim, and I don't blame her. Maggie said, I had one of the tender boat drivers let me drive the tender drive the tender boat. Now, Maggie, what kind of boat driving experience do you have? We had a time trying to get Vern on the tender boat. I don't know. I'm just saying, Maggie. We would have lost her if we were saying, "Oh, Maggie's gonna drive." She needed to see a couple captains driving that thing to get on. Well, how'd you do? I mean, obviously you survived it, but was it a fast trip to shore because Maggie was flooring it, or what? Deanna, I'm so looking forward to meeting you all. I'm going to make one of these cruises with you. Oh yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Um, I I I I thought this was going to be a one and done. Oh, I'll try a group cruise and see how I like it. And if they're all like this, you quickly become attached and hooked and want to do more. Maggie's also on the Jubilee in December. I ask everyone where y'all want to go. You're talking about on the boat? You'll just drive us wherever? Yeah, we want to go. We like to go. We like to go. Well, anyway, thanks so much, you guys. This was another fun Monday night. Thanks for listening to my stories about our group cruise. Hopefully, I'm not didn't bore you all talking about this because everybody's talking about it. But we really had a great time, and stay tuned for all the vlogs to come, because there are going to be so many of them. Like I said, there were 30 some content creators. Everybody had their cameras out. Everybody was recording, but somehow managed to still interact and have real conversations like real people. It was really a great time. but we're all going to want to show you all about it and tell you all about it. So don't get bored because there's more. There's more. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, you guys, for coming in. I appreciate it. I will for sure see you again next Monday night, and I'm gonna be working on those vlogs. So hopefully you can and see some of the what does Team Reese call the shenanigans we got up to. So thanks everybody. Have a great week. Thanks, Fern. Thanks, Maggie. Thank you, Deanna Marie. Who else is in here still? Thank you, Kim. Love you. Thanks, Team Reese. Edna. I don't know who else is here. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Together we travel. Thank you so much. See you next time.